What's going on, guys? This is the Flow State Podcast, and I'm your host, Mateo Flow. UFC 307 recap right here, right now. It was something to watch, guys. It was incredible. Main event, we had Alex Pereira, Mr. Chama himself versus Khalil Roundtree, the Muay Thai chopping trees assassin. Khalil Roundtree, hats off to Khalil Roundtree. He did lose. He did get finished, but that man put up a fight that not many in that division can put up against Alex Pereira. Now, Alex Pereira proved once again why he is on that pound for pound list. And everybody's going to be mad about him shaking up that list, but man, he time and time again he shows why he's on there. Like, that dude is the truth. He done got his black belt from Glover Teixeira in jiu-jitsu. So, I mean, shoot. If it goes down to the ground, he's a black belt now. Hey, but he doesn't really even have to use much of that, to be honest with you. He is an assassin on the feet. And these guys, they want to come in and they want to strike with Alex Pereira. They want to show. I mean, Ankalaev even tweeted out he's not going to shoot. He's gonna stand and strike. I don't think that's a good idea for Ankalaev. I think Khalil Roundtree is a different beast on the feet than Ankalaev. But Khalil Roundtree showed so much heart, guys, that fight was just a fan fight. Like, his face, he got stitches across the bridge of his nose, his eyes swollen shut, and he got a little emotional after the fight, and he wanted that belt, but he even put it out. He didn't win, but he won overall. Like, this guy has an amazing story, and I personally want to see Khalil Roundtree versus Yuri Prochazka. That's the fight that I think the fans will love right there, and I think they should do that one next. Khalil Roundtree versus Yuri Prochazka. Sorry. Yuri is out there in Okinawa, Japan right now, punching on wood things off the balcony, punching on some bamboo on top of his balcony, getting some training from a karate master out there in Okinawa, Japan, the birthplace of karate. So he is a constant martial artist. He is living the life, living the lifestyle, and I think that would be a banger. I don't know who would win that one yet. I think what gets Yuri in trouble is how he keeps his hands so low. But at the same time, that's also what wins him the fight. So it's kind of like a gift and a curse, but because it makes him unpredictable. But that's a fight that needs to happen at some point, and I guarantee it will. Mr. Chama said he's going to be taking a little time off. He has some obligations and likely needs to heal up, and he's been fighting pretty frequently, so he needs a little time off, and that's fine. But I do think that Ankalaev is going to pose a different threat because he should be next. Ankalaev should be next. I do think that he's going to pose a different threat with the grappling, the wrestling. How does Alex fare against that with Ankalaev? A lot of people are saying that the UFC is kind of trying to save Alex and this and that from a guy like that because Ankalaev's not really a fan favorite fighter. He's kind of low key, he's from out there in Russia, and he's not super favored by the fans, and he's not a super promotable fighter. He's just real quiet, nothing wrong with it, but the UFC, they like the razzle dazzle, and they like the fighters that promote themselves and so on and so forth. But I'll be interested in that one. So I think Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira goes next, and I think that Yuri and Khalil Roundtree is the next fight that we need for that division, light heavyweight. Yeah, the judging, if you guys watched that UFC fight, UFC 307 fight card, the judging was atrocious. Dana White said it himself. The judging was not very good that night. You know, we had Carla Esparza retiring. Um, a lot of people were saying that she won that fight, and she's riding off in the sunset, regardless. Um, what else? What else? We had a pretty sweet fight between Buckley and freaking Wonderboy, guys. Wonderboy is like 41, I think, and you know, although he's up in age, like his quickness is just on another level. Like he's levels above. However, he did get finished in the third round by Buckley. Buckley was coming out there like Mike Tyson, how he jumping around. He was putting everything into his shots, and he caught him against the cage. He caught Wonderboy against that cage with a right hook from hell, man. He jumped into that thing and just finished Wonderboy. However, Wonderboy was winning that fight. Wonderboy doesn't really have the super power. Like if Wonderboy had power, like super power, he'd be finishing guys left and right because he's so quick, and his skill level on the feet is just insane. You know, Buckley was trying to wrestle, which we expected. Nothing wrong with that. It's MMA, guys, but he wasn't able to really put anything together. So he said, "Screw it, I'm swinging for the fences." Come that third round, he knew he had to finish him, and I respect that, going out like that and risking it all. That's what the fans love to see, and that's why he's a favored fighter by the fans. And he just another notch in his belt. I think that's 5 in a row, and he's called out Kamaru Usman. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how Kamaru Usman and Buckley fare. Former champion Kamaru Usman, another feather in the cap. I mean, Buckley's earning his right and path to that belt, and I respect it. Daniel Cormier even said it's a good call out. Good call out. They had their little beef squashed, and DC and Buckley are good now. So yeah, I really enjoyed that fight. That was sweet. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was worried for Wonderboy because I knew that Buckley had held that power, and it was cat and mouse in there. But we got a new champion in the women's division. You know, Raquel Pennington lost her belt. She lost her belt, guys. It's said that she actually, you know, it's said that she got robbed a little bit. What do you guys think? Do you think she got robbed? She lost her belt, and the Venezuelan Vixen is the champ again. The Venezuelan Vixen is the champ again. And she's called out Amanda Nunes. Come out of retirement, girl. Come out of retirement. She says she's out there twiddling her thumbs. Lost her identity. However, there's somebody else on the outskirts looking in, and that's Kayla Harrison, who finished her opponent. I'm sorry, she didn't finish her opponent. It went to judge's decision. But she did have a dominant performance for the most part against Ketlin Vieira, Brazilian black belt girl who's pretty nice on the feet and pretty good on the ground also. Kayla Harrison, you know, got a few blemishes on the face for the first time in the octagon. And she's looking for that belt. Do we see Kayla Harrison fighting the Venezuelan Vixen in the near future? I think so. And quite frankly, I think Kayla Harrison can get it done. She is an absolute unit. She is an absolute dog in there. And the longer she fights, the better her striking's getting. She showed some She showed some improvements on the feet, and it was noticed. So that'll be a very interesting matchup. Do we see Amanda Nunes come out of retirement? What do you guys think? Do we see Amanda Nunes come out of retirement and fight for that women's belt? I don't know. She's getting called out. Will she accept challenge, or has she really washed her hands of it? We'll have to wait and see. But we also saw another good fight. Kevin Holland versus Dolidze. Sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing his name. Man, it was good till Kevin Holland got into a grappling exchange and freaking popped his rib out. They called the fight off. Kevin Holland popped that rib out. What can you say? I saw it, man. It like popped out of his... It had to either be broke or the cartilage popped out, and that was pretty... Rib injury. Yeah, no thank you. But it's always fun to watch Kevin Holland fight. You know, he's a showman, and yeah. So, shoot. Got the fight night next week. We got my boy, the Okinawan Tatsuro Taira, undefeated, versus Brandon Royval. Man, that's going to be a step up in competition for Tatsuro Taira. But guys, I think Tatsuro Taira gets that belt. I think Tatsuro Taira gets that belt within the next year. This man's grappling is slick. He's good on the feet. He's just a well-rounded fighter, guys. He'll be the first Okinawan to win UFC gold. And I'm all for it. That'll be sweet, man. I really enjoy watching his fights. So next week, stay tuned for that one. Next week, fight night. Sick fight. Heck yeah. Man, I've had some allergies out here, man, in Texas, so sorry I didn't put out something before this, but I've been battling some allergies pretty bad. It's kind of crazy out here in Texas. If you guys are from here, you know. But yeah. This one's going to be short and sweet, guys. Just checking in with y'all, and hope you guys like the fights. I know I did. So, yeah. Watch that fight next weekend. It's going to be a sweet one, representing Okinawa, Japan. Tatsuro Taira. Put your money on him. Guys. Get that man in the title picture. But, yeah. That's about it, man. Chama. Peace and love, everybody. I'm out.